Today I want to show you perhaps the best group farming location that I've seen, at least the most maximum potential. It is difficult to get to that point because a lot of people run through and do bounties. That being said, we're going to talk about a new realm of Damnation farm that is absolutely insane, but also the most complicated farm I've ever seen. Let's jump into it. Nation here, which is going to be over here. We're going to go ahead and go into the Citadel of the Damned, the Hall of Punishment type areas. We're going to be going through a whole slew of these areas around here. It's going to be a massive sort of rectangle formation. And this area is absolutely insanely long. Usually it's anywhere from 10 to 20 seconds in order for you to finish a farm rotation. This one's about 3 minutes, so it does take some getting used to in terms of running around. So we're going to start off from this waypoint. We're going to go directly southwest here, and then we're just going to run through these corridors into these large locations here, into these kind of diamond looking locations. And we're going to be picking up all of the monsters, including walking to each sort of point here in order for triggering the spawns of these monsters. And we're going to kill them all off here, going over to the this next point and spawning the monsters there. There's going to be a few shrines along the way, including one right there. And then we're going to move on to the next diamond location. I'm not going to go ahead and go through all of them because it is so long, but we're going to go through the whole route, but not kill off everyone. So we're gonna go through each one of those little diamond locations and then pick up another shrine right here. You can see we've already gone through 2 shrine spots, killing off all the harpies and such around here. And then we're gonna go either way. You could go north or south here around this little area in the middle. You could either split up or stick together. I actually like to split up because it allows you to get more experience overall. But if you don't have enough players, or if you're solo, you could totally run this alone and go either direction. You're gonna run through this middle area of the Hall of Punishment / Citadel of the Damned and avoid the laser while killing off some monsters in the middle here. Continuing onward to the northeast here, and then again, go either way, north or south around the middle location, and then continuing on to the right-hand side of the map, where you'll find a very similar layout as the left-hand side. Again, going to each of the points to trigger these spawns. There's also going to be another shrine that can spawn here, as well as a 4th shrine that spawns over here at the top of the map, right where I am located right now. Sometimes it'll be there and sometimes it won't, depending on how it spawns. I'm not sure how the shrines are triggered in terms of their spawning. Continuing onward towards our left-hand side to continue to the left-hand side where you'll find the waypoint. You'll see there's going to be another shrine spawn right here. So we've totaled up about 5 shrines total along the spawns of the monsters. And we're going to just walk our way back towards the waypoint in order for us to continue to our starting location. And that is the entire route. Now, normally this takes about 3 minutes or so in order for you to finish the whole thing if you're with a party of 4. If you are solo, this could take you anywhere from 4 to 5 minutes. So definitely going to want to run a party if you can. But if you are solo, you will still get solid XP, but not close to what you could get as a party. That being said, let's go ahead and showcase what it's like to farm here as a party and showcase all the different spawns, the shrines, and the time it takes us to go through one whole route. So here we are. We just entered the first sort of location with all the monster spawns. Now, we are with a party of 4. And I think it's important to note that when you're doing this, unless you are particularly interested in a loot drop or a legendary or something, ignore them. You'll walk back in a circle. The whole route is very, very repetitive, so you're going to go back to the same area where you started at. The loot will be there for you. You don't need to turn back around and then stall out all the kills or mess up a kill streak just because you've missed out on a legendary that dropped earlier. Again, unless that's something that you really enjoy doing, because that's just something that you enjoy doing, don't bother. Now, when you're running this farm, it's important to note that if you want to keep up the kill streak like we are doing here, you're going to have someone go and head in front of the group, sort of like I'm doing and sort of like a few of the demon hunters are doing here as well, because it's difficult to go ahead and keep up the kill streak, because there's some long stretches where you won't have monsters in them. Now, most of the time you'll be completely fine as long as you have that one person ahead, but there are some times where you'll have people run through and interrupt the farm. As you can see here, I said much better because we ran this twice. The first time someone was finishing a bounty, and so they kind of ran through and just killed off some monsters, and some people run through and do that quite often, honestly. So you won't have a perfect maximum potential of this farm all the time, but it is very, very good if you're able to reach that maximum potential. What I found is it takes about 3 minutes, 30 seconds in order for you to run a run, and you're getting a lot of XP during that time. And so over the course of several runs within an hour, you're going to get about 120k experience per minute, which is very, very, very good. It is the best I've ever seen in any of the farms. However, that is the max potential. In reality, you'll probably get about 90k experience per minute overall, especially since there's going to be people running through and finishing bounties, like I said, or there may just be another group along with you, which is very, very possible and could happen. You can see here on the top right corner, I actually dropped a legendary. You can see here, I'm just running through and continuing to farm because I'm not going back for it, because I know I will return for it on our second loop here, which is very, very important to note, because if you are turning back, you will mess up your kill streak 100% of the time. And areas like this where you'll see we just dropped our kill streak, this is a long stretch. And there is a purple monster spawn here as well. You can see it just spawned for us. Again, another excellent, excellent boon to this farming location, where you'll finish off those the zone event quests caps, which cap to about 5 per day. So you'll get those enchanted dust caps, which is really, really nice. So a lot of things are offered in this spot, and a lot of active farming here is required. You can see here we just started going again. There's another group here that's farming this location. I've been very, very impressed with it. Again, keep in mind that you may not have as good of experience rates if you have some people running through with bounties, but if you have multiple parties there, it can be absolutely viable as long as you all are tagging the monsters walking through. And keep in mind that you will want to have someone running in front of your group in order to keep up the kill streaks, to get those maximum kill streaks as well as experience. And I don't think I mentioned this, but you get about 5 to 6 legendaries per hour with that method. There was quite a few orange that spawned, quite a few yellows that spawned when I did it a few times. So you'll definitely be able to pick up a ton of gear, a ton of XP, and overall just an amazing, amazing farm. So let me know what you think about the farm spot. It is and does take quite a while to get used to because of how long the rotation is, and it's not very intuitive. So once you've run it a few times, you'll get the hang of it, and you'll definitely be able to benefit from how well the farm is. That being said, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about the farm in the comments down below, and I will see you for the next video.